All right, so I welcome you all to the class. We are just going to continue with of course, this thing, SQL. So in last class, we were able to treat the select function, use the select function to query the database, like I told you, to kind of call the tables, just to query, to select. The select statement is basically for querying the database to get or retrieve data from the database. Then we want I have to talk about the from, because we already know that these things are stored in different tables in the database. So data are stored in several tables in database. So you need to specify which table you want your SQL to get that, or to retrieve that data you're looking for in that particular database. That's what they're from. Then we also went ahead to discuss about the where function, or the where clause. So the where clause helps you to add condition to the data you're retrieving. Because sometimes you don't just want all of the data, you just want some of the data, or specific, or the data you should be getting should follow a specific condition. So the where clause helps you to actually add these conditions. And then these are all the predicates you can use, the equal to, the not equal to, and all of these. These are the conditions. So let's say you want to filter a certain group, so you can use you can you can use the any of these clauses to achieve that. Okay. So today we are going to move ahead to look at the group by, and possibly order by. There's another one called order by. So we'll have order by, we'll have group by. So these ones help you to perform aggregate function. When you hear aggregate function, we did that in Excel, we did that in Power BI. So if you recall, when we did Excel, I don't know if I have my Excel opened. I think I don't. But let me open it. So if you recall, when we did Excel, let me use this one. You remember that we did something called pivot table in Excel. So what pivot table just helps you to do, let's say we want to convert this one to pivot table, we'll go to our insert, then we'll use pivot table, then we go to a new pivot table. So, sorry. So the major function of the pivot table is just to summarize your data for you, just to help you to summarize your data. That's all, nothing else, basically. So say you want to get maybe customer, the total number of customer from certain country, maybe. So you can just bring in country here. Sorry, you can put in country here. So you can see that these are all the countries you're selling your products to. Then you want to count, you want to know how many people are from each of these country. So let's say we put this one here. It will show us the number of people from each of these countries. So you have summarized this data using pivot table. So this is exactly what this does for you, this aggregate functions in SQL, because you should be able to, apart from filtering those data, you should be able to also um perform some analysis, like summarize your data before exporting it or using it for what you want to use it for. So let's look at how we use all of these things to do that. So we are still going to be working with I don't know if I've closed I think I've closed my SQL already. So I can always come back here and open it. But I don't know if I still have that database. Okay, so I'll go to my local instance to go to my workbench. So here's the workbench. Here are all the things we did last time. So now I think we even used group by. We started using it that day before someone complained and we left it. So remember, how to put a comment. You just put your hyphen twice and give a space. Then you make a comment. But there are two ways of making comment. This is just for a single line comment. I can also put this single line here. I can put that comment anywhere. Maybe here. I can put it here. Once you just do this, give a space. Any other thing you're typing is comment. So here I can say, okay, this finds matching columns, something like that. So this is, so your comment can be anywhere. And then if you want to comment two lines, this is for a single line comment. The single line can be anywhere, whether here or here. You can also have multiple lines. So let's say you want to make this two, maybe you want to make two comments. Let's say I want to say, um, this is SQL. Then I'll come down here. I also want to make another comment. Or if you write and this thing, extends to the end and comes down to here to continue. If it extends and later comes down to continue, the next thing you're typing is going to be seen as a code. So you definitely need to do this again. But instead of doing that, if you want to comment multiple line, you can just use this um, backward slash, then your asterisk like this. Then you come down, you can see this has turned everything here to a comment. Then you need to end it as well. So you need to end it with the asterisk and backward slash. So this is how you do your multiple line comments. This is for single line comment. This is for multiple line comments. All right. So now let's start today's class. Let me comment it. Today's class is aggregate functions in SQL. So what are aggregate functions? Aggregate functions are still the same thing, the way you know it in SQL. Sorry, the way you know it in Excel, the way you know it in Power BI, and it is still the same thing here. So this is just like you finding the sum of something, the count, you're finding the average and all that. So that is what aggregate functions are. So let's start with the most simplest one. Let's look at the table and see which one we can use. So let's say we want to use customers. So let's open the customers table, select customers. Let's select everything inside customers C. Then from customers. So I need to close this one. Then if I run this, it's going to show us everything inside customer. Okay. So maybe you want to see um so the number of this is country. I want to see the people in this country, right? So just like we did in Excel with pivot table. So I can just say maybe I just want to see only country. I can change this to country. Then if I run this, it will show me for only country, right? Good. So, but you can see they are repeating France, France, France. So I want to know how many customers do we have in each country, or count of each country. Let's even see, because this USA three times there means there are four different customers from the same USA, but they are coming four times. So I can as well say that the number of people from USA is four if there were just these four. So country, and what else do I want to do? I will give a comma. Then the next thing I want to do is count. What do I want to count? I want to count the column, which is country. Then I'll put country in here. I'll close this. Then this is fine. From which customer uh from uh from which table, sorry, which is the customer's table. Now, if we run this, let's see if we're going to run into an error. Let's see. Obviously, we are going to run into an error because look at the suggestion here. It says group by expression is missing. So whenever you use an aggregate function, you must use group by. Whenever you use an aggregate function, you must use a group by. So, and you're going to be grouping by one of these things. Look at this one. This is two different columns. These are two different columns. So after your from statement, you come down and say group by. So you are telling me to group by country. So that time we saw for USA, right? So we don't want group them into one. Don't show me for USA, just group, count the number of USA people have, and just show me one USA and the number. So group by country, obviously. Then,
The spelling of group isn't correct, sir.
oh, that's why. Thank
The
you.
spelling.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Mhm.
One P should be removed
Oh,
there.
thank you.
Mhm.
So group by country. Let's now see how it's going to turn out. Great. So you see, it's successful. So it's telling us that we have 5 people from Brazil, 4 people from Germany, Canada, 8 people, Norway. You see, USA. Where is USA again? The USA here. I thought we had you. Okay, this is USA. 13 people. So you can see we have USA 13 people. Do we understand this? So this is same thing that pivot table did. That is all we have been able to write a script that can also do for us. Instead of using pivot table, you just use this one to summarize your data. So at a glance, instead of going through all of those tables, at a glance, you can actually see the total number of people, customers coming from each of this country to patronize you. All right, so let's see. So this is an aggregate function. What we did here is, what did we do here? Using counts. So we used counts. Let's try to use sum. Aggregate function using sum clause. Let's see. Let me see what we can use sum to achieve. So let's say I want to know let's say I want to know customer. Let me run this again and see. Let me run this again. Select everything from customer. Good. Let's see. What is table Chino? Okay, doesn't exist. So the table doesn't exist.
The spelling
Customer.
of customer is not correct, sir.
Oh, that's it. So that's debugging. Great. So let's see what we can find a total. So I want to find total. Okay. I think where we can do that is in maybe invoice. Let's try invoice. Yeah, this should work. I just want to get a numerical column that we can use. So we have customer invoice, we have total here. So we may want to find the total amount. Total amount. So using sum to find the total amount in the invoice table. So I want to know the total amount that was made. Because here we'll have them separately like this, you see. So we want to really know how much did we make in total. So I'll just come here. Maybe I want to see just the total. All right. Whatever I want to see, I'll type it here. I don't want to see the entire table. I just want to see only the total, right? Then this is all I want to see. So if I run this, it is going to show me only the total column. You can see that. Now, let's say the next thing I want to see is the total of this total. All right. So I'll just say sum of this total. Then I'll put it in a bracket. You see? So it's not in a bracket. I'm trying to sum everything in this column. So the one you put in the bracket is usually the column you are trying to perform the aggregate function on. So if I do this, it's going to calculate everything and just give me the total. Are you following? Are you
Yes, sir, we are.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So this is it. Now
We are following.
that's something we call alias. I think we did alias in, did we do alias in Power BI? Okay. So if you watch the name of this column, normally our name of column should just be but this one looks weird. So you can also change the name of this column by just simply aliasing it. Just call it AS. Maybe we want to call it ground total. We want to call it ground total. So let's call it. So what it's going to do is that because we don't want our table heading name, table column name to have this long. It can be sometimes, like if you're dealing with some column can have a very, very long name. And you don't want to, because it's something you're going to be using as you write your script downwards, as you're going to see. So you don't want to keep repeating this long name. All you need to do is just to alias it, give it your own temporal name. Now remember, this name is temporal. It's not permanent. If you refresh the data or you do anything, it's not going to carry. So you're just using this temporal name as. So this name here is same thing as this. If you call G total, it's going to know that you're trying to call sum of total. So if I rerun this now, it's going to change the name of this sum total. So you can see the name is now G total. So this is how you alias your work. So, and you can also just remove this AS. Once you just, give a space and type, it's still going to work. Let's see. See, it still works. Whether you put the AS or, but as a beginner, you may just want to be putting it so that you don't, until your hand becomes very, very strong then. So now, total. So if you check, you're going to see that, let me put this here. No, let me know. I don't want to delete my code. Let me just call the table again. Let's see everything from invoice. I'll do this. I'll run it. So you can see everything from invoice here. I think we also have a country. This is country, billing country. So we want to know, let's summarize again, the same thing we did here. The same thing we did here. We found the total of everything. No, we found the count of each country. We want to know how many people comes from each country. So now let's do the same thing for total. Because here you can see Germany. If you go down again, you can see Germany. All these people buying all these things are from Germany, or they are shopping from our store in Germany. So we want to know really how much does each of this country, so that we can know our top country, right? We can know our best performing country, our lowest country, and all of that. So what do we call it? Let's comment it as using, I think it's still sum. Using sum. Or let me just put it as a question. Find total revenue from each country. Okay, so this is what we're trying to achieve. So the first thing, let's see. You have to always start with the select statement. Then the next thing is to put the columns you want to see, of course, obviously you want to see the country, right? Billing country. You want to see the country, then you want to see the total. These are the two columns we want to see, the country and the total. So here, instead of seeing all the table, I'll just see only country. I just want to see only country and no other thing. Then I'll put a comma because that's not the only thing I want to see. I also want to see the total from each country. Total. But I don't want, okay, let's do it that way. I want to see country and total from invoice. I want to see country and total from invoice. If you run it, we have an error, unknown column country. So the spelling is a problem. Country. Oh, unknown column country. They don't know this column.
It's just bypass.
Hmm?
Okay, can kúrò lórí ẹ̀ ń bíbá Kẹ́mi.
Invoice open. So billing country. So there's no name called country there. So it is billing country. You can see that. So it is, that is why it is very, very, very case sensitive. You need to be very careful. So when we run this, it's going to show us just the billing country and the total. Now, we've not done any aggregation here yet. We just displayed it. We can see that Germany, if you go down, you can still see Germany again, Germany, but we don't want to see a lot of Germany. We just want to see one, summarize everything in each of those countries. So this is now where sum comes in. You put your sum here. I mean, you want to add all the scores from each country, all right? So sum the total. Now, if we run this, is it going to work? The answer is no. Why? Who can tell me why it's not? Let me run it. No, if I run it, you see the answer. Who can tell me why this code is not going to run if we run it? We want to see the billing country and we want to sum the total for each country. So when you
Is it
pick,
done already?
so if you pick Germany, it's going to go to all the Germany and sum their totals. But if we run it, it's not going to work. Who can try to, guess why it won't work?
Yeah.
There is no semicolon at the end.
No.
I think it will solve all the billing country, not each of them separately.
So the reason why this is not going to work is because remember, whenever you're performing aggregation, you must add words group by, so that it will know that you are grouping by country, so that it will just pick all the Germany and put them in and group them into one Germany. It will pick all the USA and group them. So you must use that group by after the from. So here I'm going to come here and say group by. Now, what do you want? What do you want it to group it by? You want it to group it by country. So let us use our alias. Instead of writing billing countries, because it's very, very long, I'll just come here and say and name it country. Then this subtotal. Okay, before I do this, let's see the results. So we want to group by what? Billing country. I'll copy billing country and put here. Let's run the code. And
I
it's
thought the
called,
billing country will be B_country.
oh, the way it is
Using
here.
the alias.
No, I'm not using alias yet. I just want us to run the
Okay.
code and see the result then before we can use alias. So this is what I did.
Okay.
I want to see the countries and I want to see total for each country. But I want to sum all the totals so that we don't have repetition of country. All right. So then I am going to group by country. So pick each country, group it, and give me the total. Pick each country, group it, sum all the total and give it to me. So let's see how it turns out when we run it. Then come here, click. Wow, it worked. So for Germany, This is the total that was made from Germany for Norway and all that. So you can see it has grouped all the country and then calculated or summed all their total. So this is what we got from. Now let's do further. Let's go ahead and try to. Now the next thing we need to do is to add the alias, because you see billing country is too long. Sum total cannot be a column header. It doesn't make sense. So let's change that. For billing country, what should we call it? Let's just call it country, right? Then for sum total, let's just call it total. So you see, I did not put that AS and it's still going to work. Let me run it again. Watch the name, the column names. If you run it, it's going to change. So it will take the alias. This is country. That's why you're seeing country here. This is total. So whether I put the AS or not, let's put it anyway. Since you're a beginner, good. It is still going to run the same results, the same everything. Do you understand? So now, if you check, let's say we want to find our top country that will buy that buys from us highest. Like we want to find out maybe the top 3 countries that buys a lot from us, or with the highest total. Now, if you come here, you cannot start tracing it. You can see that 156, let's see, we have 300 and we have 5. So it is not arranged. So you can arrange that by doing what we call order by. Order by. Then you want to order it by the total. That is the figure part. So you're going to put your total. Let's copy total and put here. Then when we run it, let's see. You can see it has ordered it. It has tried to help us order it, like arrange it from the smallest to the biggest. You can see this is 30. See, it is from smallest to like from ascending order. So if now this is the smallest, what if we want to find the top 3 countries? It means we want it to be in descending order. All you have to do is just come here, order by, then you put descending, DSC here, order by total, ascending, ASC. So by default, it is in ASE. So if we run this, it is the same thing that it will give us, because by default it is an ascending order. So let's say we want to do descending order. I think descending order. Descending order should be DS.
DESC.
DESC. Okay, this is a keyword, desk. Yeah, you're right. You're right, bro. Good. So once it changes color, it means you are right. So you can see it is in the order by total, then you descend. So when we run it again, it will now descend. You can see the highest one is USA, it now comes up. So we can even say we just want only the top 3. Then that is where we introduce what we call limits. If you want to see only 3, we don't want to see, so because we want to reward the top 3 customers or the top 3 countries. So you come here, you put limits. Once you put limits, you put 3. You want only 3. So it is going to give you only 3 results. So if you come here, you can see only 3 now. These are our top 3 countries. So if you wanted only 5, just put 5 here. And it will give you 5 top countries. You can see 5 of them. So I just want you to see the steps that we took just to be able to achieve this. You can see. So another thing, instead of calling this one, this name, let's just call it this name here. It will still work. I call this, put it here as a country. Then I call total, put it here as total. Still works. Let's rerun our code. I want to just top 3 countries, make it 3. Then I run it. It still runs. It gives us the top 3. Top 3. So let me just show you. Alternatively, you can also change these things to number. Let's see, I put this one as number 1 and I put this one as number 2. Let's run it. You can see it still runs. So, but this is not common. Don't bother yourself. Just do it the other way. So what it means is that once you are listing out things, you can see add another thing here. Maybe you want to see another column. You can see add. So once you add, SQL will see here as number 1. It will see this as number 2. It will see the next one as number 3 and so on and so forth. That's why it's this one worked. But however, I'll just replace it with what it was before. All right, so I want to see the top 3. Good. So this works. Any questions? Do you have any questions? Tonight class is going to be very short because I'm not really feeling the vibe. I like a lot of people in class. So this is how to perform your aggregate function. So you can also do for average. Let's say we want to get the average and not the total. Okay, let's create a new column for average. Then I'll just put a comma. Average is AVG, right? Then you want to get the average of the total for each country. The total column. All right, then I'll close it. Good. So AVG total is going to be added. So if I run this, let's see, you can see we now have the average. So it automatically calculate the mean. So for 525, averagely, a customer from US must buy something worth $5.7 averagely. Each time a customer or anybody from US steps into this store, they always buy something not less than $5 averagely. That's why you see average. That's what average does. So you can see if we remove this limit, let's say we want to make it 10. If I run it, you can see we'll have 10. We'll have 10, including the average. So this average total, I don't really like this column name. Who can tell us how to change the name to something else? Kiki, can you help us do that? I want to especially welcome all the latecomers. You're all welcome. We almost canceled this class because of you. Please always try to join on time. So someone should help us to change the name of this LVG total. Just like here we have country, here we have total. Here we want to have something else. Who can help us?
Is it as average?
Okay. So I should do what? What should I do?
Space as average. Come on.
Okay, so let's try. Let's run it. It worked. Amazing. So
Wow.
see? It worked. So you can see, you can do anything you want to do. Now, you can see that in case your manager says, okay, give me the top 10 countries that want to reward them. This is the process you're going to take to use. This is the query you write, and this is what it gives you. So instead of bringing the entire average, this particular table now is not in this your invoice table. You've created a new table by adding all of these conditions, everything. Then you've gotten this table. So you just export this table and send it to your manager. Okay, let's say your manager wanted all the country, not even 10. Okay, get 20 countries according to the descending order. Then you get it, you run it. This is the code you're going to send to. This is the result you're going to send to your manager by just clicking on this export. when you click on export, you can see you can now save it in CSV. Let's say we want to save it, maybe sample. Let's call it sample.csv. It's already CSV, so I just save. So when I save, let's go and open it now, see how it looks. If I go to my file, I go to my desktop and I go to here. I go to Chinooks. So this is the sample data set. Look at it. It is now saved here. Then let's open it. So our manager will just receive it and open it. And this is what they will see. You can see it creates a table. So this is the difference between Excel file and CSV file. The CSV file doesn't come with those formatting. This is just normal text. It comes as a text. So if I want to be the one to put it in a table now, I can just put it in a table and it becomes this. So this information now is what you sent your manager. This is what you got from the database. And it is very, very precise. It is accurate, right? So you can categorically say that, yes, USA is our top performing country. We make a lot of sales there. Averagely, every customer from US buys 5.7, which is the highest, right? Which means that country is rich, followed by Canada, then followed by France. Our least performing country is Italy in this particular filter that we used. All right. So among the first 20 countries, the least performing is Italy. And you can see that these are amazing, right? So now let's go back to our query. Where is our... Okay, good. So you can also do average. I think we've done average here already. Okay. So this is one of the most important parts. You can use this to, do your filter. Let's see if we can do another one before we go. Once we hit 1
Mr.
hour.
Chris,
Yeah, please.
please, how do you copy this to the Excel? How do you transfer it to the Excel sheet?
Okay.
Let's
So
it nice.
you can copy to Excel. You can also copy to Power BI. But when we get to Power BI, I'm going to show you how to do that. Power BI, you have to link it, like you have to connect Power BI to this. But to copy this particular file, you just simply click here. Export. You can see export here, right?
Where exactly? Okay, export. Okay.
Export here.
Okay.
Export here.
Okay. Thank you very
Click on
much.
it. Yeah, it just brings you. You don't choose where you want to save it. So you
Okay.
just save it. Yeah, sure. It's going to be saved in CSV. Remember.
Okay. Thank you.
So what else should we do? Let's say we want to get let's open that. I don't know what I want to get, but let's just get something. I'll go down. Let me open that invoice this thing again. Let's see everything there so that we can know what we'll get from it. From invoice. Great. So I'll close this one and I'll run this one. So I have customer ID, we have all this. We have all this total. Billing, postal code, billing country, billing state, billing city. Okay. All right, so that's it. Let's see the employee and see if we can. So this one, Canada. Let's see. Okay. Report to. Okay, that's no aggregate. What is missing? What haven't we done? Let's see. We've done some. We've done You can also do mean, max, count. I mean, all these ones are minor. We've done count, we've done average, we've done sum, we've done mean and max. You can also do mean and max. If you want to get the minimum, this mean and max, there are two ways of getting it. If you want to get mean, let's say you want to get the maximum country from here, obviously, what should you do without even using the mean function? You can just come here and reduce this one to 1, right? Limit 1, abi? If you do this one, it will now give you can know that your max country is USA. You can see that obviously. Then for the mean, instead of doing this, you can just change this one to ASK, ascending, and it will show you the list. You can see Belgium is the least, which is 37.6. You can see. So, but alternatively, you can also find the mean. You can also find the mean country by writing code. So you can come here. What do you want to see? You want to see country? What next do you want to see? You want to see the mean, the maximum. Let's start with the max. They want to see the max. The max from total. I want to see total is the column that you want to use to judge the matter. So from invoice, good. Then I want to close this one so that this red line will go. This red line here. So you see, now if I run this, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Who can tell us why it won't work? From our newcomers, our latecomers, who can tell us why? If we run this code now, it's not going. It's going to give us error. Please, if you know you're a latecomer, tell us. Ebuka, I know you came late, so I caught you. Please unmute and try. Ebuka.
Yes, sir.
Please, why do you think this is not
Very
going to
good,
work?
I didn't join the class on time, so
Okay.
I have no idea.
All right. So who can bail Ebuka? Who else knows the reason from all the latecomers?
Okay. We've not done the group by.
No, it's not. I return you were not late now. Okay. So that's correct because there's no group by. Each time you use an aggregate function, you must use a group by. So I'll come here and say group by. I'm going to group by country. Now, do we have country here? We do not have country. So it's supposed to be billing country. Look at the name of the country, billing country. So if I use it, that's another error. Billing country, right? Good. So, but instead of billing country, I want to just call it country. So I'm going to alias it as country. I'm going to alias this one as max or highest. Highest. Max is same as top one country. So this is top one. This is what I want to call it. So if I group by, I'm going to group by country, right? So I'll group by country. Then select. Good. You can see, no, this is wrong. We want to get only one max. So max total. So it shows, so what it shows is, it shows the highest. It just picks in this total, it just picks only the highest for each country. Do you understand what happened here? So if I didn't do country, let's say I didn't do country, I just wanted to see max, then I'll remove this one. I'll remove this one. Let me run. So you see, this is max. It has shown you max. But now I don't know which country this is, but this is the max for total. So it will show you the max for total. So, but let's see the country. I don't know if you're getting the gist here. So if you put the country now, it's going to show you for each. Remember, for Germany alone, we have like 3 or 4 Germany. For US, we have like 4 US. So it's going to pick each of the country and show you the total. Like it will not group. Anyway, let me just limit it so that I'll stop confusing you. But I can't limit it because there are so many countries. There are so many countries. So it will pick just one of each of the country, just one of each of the country that is max. So if you make it mean, it will pick each of the country mean, like the lowest from each of the country, You can see for Germany, the lowest in Germany is 0.99. The lowest sale that we got from Germany was 0.99. And the maximum sale we got from Germany. In fact, let me put the two side by side so that you'll be understanding what I'm saying. So this helps to calculate, this one calculates mean for each country. And this one calculates max for each country. Max for each country. You see? So this one, if I paste this one, I just simply change this one to, this one calculate max. So I'll change this one to max for each country. This one is for mean. So I'll close this one. So let's run both of them together. So I'll select, who is hungry here? Abi, you're feeling sleepy. You want to sleep off. You're yawning. So you can see for the max, this is it. This one is for Germany, the highest is 14.91, while the lowest for Germany is 0.99.
0.99.
For Norway is 15.86, while for Norway is 0.99. For
Why are
USA,
they all 0.99?
for USA it is 3.86 and it's 0.99. So this is the minimum. Look at this one is 1 point. India.
Okay,
For India,
1.98, yeah.
For India, the highest.
Can it merge together?
Eh?
Can it merge the tables together?
Yeah, sure, you can now.
What I'm trying to say is that know that we have from result 46 and result 47 over there. It shows that for result 46 is showing the max, then for result 47 is showing the mean, right?
Showing the minimum.
Whereby we can have the country, have the max, then we can have the mean. At least we just it's something like top one and like something like that, like the max and the mean. You understand me, Abi?
Okay, so to do that, of course, whatever you
Did
think
you get me, sir?
you can do it. Yeah, I'll get you. Whatever you think you can do it. So what we'll do, instead of having this long code, I'll just come here. This is billing country. I've renamed it to country, right?
Country.
Then
Yes.
max, I've renamed it to, let me
Top
put it
one.
as max. Let's call it max, don't worry. Then I'll just do a comma and put mean.
Minimum.
I want to get the total. Then I want to rename it as mean. And that's all. You solve the problem. So this code will go. No need for this one again. Then when we run this one, it gives us that. So you can see for Germany, it's max.
I'm talking about.
Then for India, you have this. You can even still get the average. Can come here and put
For
the
it,
average. Can put the average. Come here and put AVG of the total. Total. Good. then average, and
As the
that's
name.
all. When you run it, it gives you the average. So averagely, people from Germany is 5.5. People from India is 5.3 and all that.
Average total.
So you can see that
No.
this table now, you're the person that created this table from your script. This is what your manager is asking you. So it's not existing anywhere in the data, in the database, the one you already have in the database. But from that database, you're able to now write your own query to generate the kind of the table of whatever you want to. Like one time we worked for a project, a bank. That bank is in the UK. So they wanted to, the marketing team, I think I've told you this before, they wanted to, market to a certain customer type. They wanted the customers to be students, people that registered their account as students in the past. So they've calculated the number of years. They believe that by now, those students should be working already. So they want to track those students because some of them must have opened other accounts to be receiving their salary. So they want to target those students to,
Because
continue using them to receive their salary. And they don't just want to, target because they know some of them will be unemployed, while majority of them will be employed. And they don't just want those people that want to become security or start doing POS. They don't want all those ones. They want only people that are earning salary. And the salary should be up to at least 200,000 naira, in Nigeria though. So this is how you have the data. The data will be given to you, or access to the database will be given to you, so you can query the database to get. But it is you now that will write the script that will answer the question. Then you copy that, your solution now, and send to whoever needs it for them to work with it. Do you get? So like I promised, tonight's class is going to be really, really short. So we'll just take a couple of questions and then go. So from tomorrow, from next class, we are going to learn how to join table. We're going to understand different table, all these tables here. You can join all of these tables because there are some questions you may want to solve. And some of the data you need is in the employee table and the invoice table. So it means you have to join the two tables to be able to solve that problem. You have to join, you can join as many. In fact, you may need to join customers, employee, and maybe invoice to be able to do what you want to do. So you need to join these three tables in SQL. And you need to understand the kind of table that they are, the kind of relationship that they can have, and all that. That will be in our next class. I think that will actually mark the end before we do our project. So, but for today, I already dropped the assignment for you. It's quite cheap if you understand everything we've done so far. It should be a walk through, so you can see these assignments. Write a query to show the album title as ascending order. How many artist names starts with B? What's the customer's name whose city is Oslo? How many customers do we have from Canada? What's the average track unit price? What's the sum of invoice total per billing country? Show the only 3 employee whose last name starts with P. Quite cheap, right?
But technical.
Do we have it's technical, but do we have the
data set?
Data set, yes.
Yes, he's in the group. Just scroll up a little, you get it.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's it, guys. I guess we'll call it a night. I know you're happy today because the class is short. The other day, someone was asking me when is this class ending because it was getting too long already. So we'll end it tonight. I'll see you guys on Saturday.
I wanted to ask something.
All right, please.
Yeah, you were trying to upload the table for album the other day and it wasn't coming. So I see a question there which was related to the table concerning album, the assignment. So how are you going to upload that table?
It should work. It should work in your own. It should work. Though I haven't tried it again, but it should be able to work in your own. I guess it's just my own this thing album. Let's try it again today. Make sure it's in
First one.
CSV. Everything here is good. Next album, Chinook, okay. Create new. Next, I still have this error.
I'm still having the same error. I've
Having
tried
the
to
same error.
upload the account. Yes, but
Mm.
others went through successful. Only that album.
Okay. All right, I'll work on it tonight, then I'll drop the solution. I'll show you how to do it in the group. I'll just drop something in the group in the morning so that I'll be able to upload it. I haven't looked at it again, but I'll figure out what this sheet here is and fix it. All right. So that'll be all tonight. See you guys. So the assignment, you need to submit it before our class on Saturday, please. Latest on Friday evening. Make sure you submit. So
Yes,
how you're going to submit it?
how do we submit the assignment? Yes.
Yes, how you're going to submit it is like this. You write your query like this now. Write all your query like this.
Okay.
And then send it to me in my inbox on WhatsApp. Don't upload it to the group. Just write your query. Just write it. So for the number one, you're going to write it. Do this. Look, you get the solution. Then you screenshot this solution. Then you don't delete it. Go down again. Make sure you put all your comment, everything you're doing. Put comment, everything. Then this is number two. You put it again. You show it, the solution. You screenshot this script and the solution like this. Then you've done number two. Number three. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So for all of them, this is how you're going to do it. Then you send it to my inbox to take a look. So don't post it on the group because other people go and steal your code and go and write it. So everybody should be able to write their own and submit on Friday latest. All right. So good night, everyone. See you all again. Bye. Yeah.